So the first one we're going to tackle is new construction. So you've got your sheathing, your vinyl siding. They've done the casing in wood. Maybe this is covered with aluminum, maybe it's not, doesn't matter. If it's covered with aluminum, you want to try and take that off first. So your vinyl siding and your J-channel is already up. Now, number one, J-channels of yesteryear have a 3/4 inch face, just as ours does. Newer J-channels have a 1-inch face. J-channels, since they've changed over, they all have this curve and curl back here. Most J-channels in the industry, this is about a 1/4 inch. Some of them are a little fatter, some of them are a little thinner. It doesn't matter. Our accessories will hook into most J-channels. If our accessory doesn't hook into it, you can always take and just cut this 1/4 inch right out of their J-channel, and you can still hook in on the flat. So for a new construction, your siding's here, your J-channel, and your casing, we use what we call a bridge adapter. As this will hook right on your J-channel, existing J. You'd use your same cutting techniques for this as you would use on your standalone casing, because your molding is going to hook right into this. So the same relief cuts you make at the corners will be the same on this. Now the next thing you want to do is take the dimension for your casing face, which will go all the way back to this edge right here. So in measuring it, I have 4.5 inches. So what you do is you take a standalone casing face, rip that down, and again, we're leaving this leg on because we're going to hook onto the casing face. Rip this down to 4.5 inches. Then you take your vinyl crimping tool and you throw some crimps in it. Now in the cold weather, if you wiggle it back and forth like this, it'll do a nice job puncturing. If you try and just mash straight down on it, a lot of times you'll just blow a hole in it. So if you just wiggle it back and forth like this, especially in the wintertime, you'll get a good crimp on it. Again, when you're crimping, you don't want to crimp. Your side's going to come all the way up past here. You do not want to crimp past your header, all right? Because when you put your top piece in, if you have a crimp here, it'll hit here and block you. So all your crimping should be done from here down. So after you've got it crimped, you just take it, pop it in the hole, and it locks into place. Then you take your standalone molding, again using the same techniques for scribing against your sill, or if you're picture framing, to do it that way. And same techniques for mitering the corners. So you take your measurements, cut your piece, do your pre-cuts. Hook it in right like that. And that's how you do a new construction casing.